Okay, so this is the organic chemistry naming and drawing activity. You're going to be alternating between drawing these compounds and naming compounds that are already drawn for you. So you'll be inserting a snip of the compound. So first thing, if you will search Windows, if you haven't already pinned the snipping tool to your taskbar, type snipping, the snipping tool will come up, right click and hit pin to taskbar. It's already pinned to mine, so I'm not going to unpin it. And you'll be using this website to draw your compounds. So control click, I already have it up. And let's make the first compound. It's 3-methyl-pentanoic acid. So if I see the word pent in there, I know that the organic compound is 5 carbons long. So I'll go ahead and draw 5 carbons. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so by grabbing a single bond here and clicking 5 times, here I have my 5 carbon chain. And to make it look like a stick figure, I can pull the carbons up and down using these arrows, and there you see the classic stick shape. Pentanoic means that the first carbon has a carboxylic acid group. So here's my very first carbon. 3, 4, 5. I'll need to delete this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the very first carbon, it's going to have this oxygen hydrogen group. So I'll click this oxygen and I'll stick it on here. And I'll grab a hydrogen and I will just slap the hydrogen next to it. And then I'm going to grab a double bond by clicking this side. Stick the double bond on here. If I want to move, like kind of change the shape a little bit, I can using the arrows. And then I'll grab oxygen and I will slap the oxygen right here. Now I have a carboxylic acid group, and this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons long. Now this is pentanoic acid, but we need 3-methyl-pentanoic acid. Because this carbon has the main functional group, this is carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2, this is carbon number 3. So I will add a methyl group coming off of this carbon. And there we have it. I can make things look nice and even. And now we have drawn 3-methyl-pentanoic acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the longest straight chain I can draw. And off of the third carbon, we have a methyl. If I click 2D to 3D, it'll render a 3D model of this that you can see. I don't know what that is. Ignore that part. But here I have the 5 carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the methyl group coming off of the third carbon. Here's the double bonded oxygen, single bond oxygen, single bond to hydrogen. You can snip either this one or this one into the space. This is already automatically copied to my clipboard, so I can come over to Word and I can go Control V to paste. And I've pasted 3-methyl-pentanoic acid. For number 2, we'll name this compound. You always start by counting the longest possible chain you can without breaks. The longest carbon chain you can. So this is a carbon, 1, 2, 3. I can either go here for 4 or I can go here for 4. Always include double bonds over single bonds. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons long. This is a 4 carbon long chain, and it's got a double bond carbon to carbon in between at the third. So but3-ene is how I could call this. However, I do have a methyl group coming off of carbon number 3. So 3-methyl but3-ene. Remember, the ene tells me that this is a double bond, and the 3 in front of it tells me which carbon has that double bond. It's between 3 and 4, but there's no reason to do 3, 4. that would make sense. It's just 3-ene. And, oh wait, this first carbon has a double bond to oxygen and a single bond to hydrogen. Double bonded oxygen, single bond to hydrogen. So this is an aldehyde. It's actually an aldehyde. And aldehydes get the ending anol. Despite the spelling name, this is pronounced anol. So I'm not going to have the ending 3-ene. The aldehyde group overrides the double bond, so it gets to have it gets the final suffix, or the suffix of the molecule will come from the main functional group, which is the aldehyde. So this will be but3-ene all. The 3 will tell me that this is the double bond. This is where the double bond is. The 3 tells me also that this is where I have a methyl group coming off of this third carbon, but3-enol. And that's the name of that compound. I hope you found this video helpful. Come see me in tutorials or during my office hours if you need more help. Submit this file to the hub when you're done. Thank you.